Okay, so the things that make it impossible to win is the most obvious thing is that the enemy follows the position of the ball all the time, so it can't actually go past. So we can change it so it's not following all the time, just sometimes. And then the next thing that will make it difficult or impossible is if this is moving too slowly, the ball, then the thing will still be able to catch it every time. So we can make the ball increase in speed each bounce. That'd be pretty fun. Let's do that. Speed increased by like 5% times equals 5. Let's copy that. Oh, 5, that was way too much. 0.05. Oh. That's interesting. Oh. I think it just started moving really slowly, maybe. It looked like it stopped, but 1.05. Getting faster, but it gets faster fairly slowly, which is maybe fine, because it's going to get really hard really quickly. It's actually really fun. So yeah, with the current collisions you can just make it easy. So maybe the enemy should have... Oh my god. Oh wow. Okay, so as of yet, the game isn't actually winnable, and I think that's something that's quite key to the gameplay. So, that's what I'm going to work on next. I want to make it... Well, I don't know exactly what's the best way to do this actually. First thing I'm going to do is change the enemy's movement code so that the enemy has a speed and it moves towards the ball instead of just being exactly the same Y position as the ball. So let's give him a speed. I think, what's the player speed? Player speed is 3. I'm going to make the enemy speed of 2. Equals 2. And then here, let's see. I need to make it so that if they're not the same, or maybe if they're like, the difference between them is okay, so I need some variables for this. I want to know the difference between the ball Y position and the paddle's Y position. So I call that difference. It's a bit confusing maybe because the ball also has some variables called difference, but I don't think it's a big deal. So say var diff equals the y minus object ball dot y. Now again, I don't know exactly which way around I want that. Y, so if the ball is above us, then we're going to have a positive number. I don't think I want that. I think I want it the other way around. So if it's above us, then I want it to be a negative number. So if the ball's above us, that means ry is bigger. So if you take away the bigger number, then this is all going to be a negative number. Great. And let's say if the difference is more than like 10 pixels, or maybe more than that, 20, no 10. Then we're gonna move in whatever direction this tells us to by our speed. Yeah, I think that will work well. So firstly, I need to make sure that it exists. If that exists, then this variable gets created. I guess all of this is inside there. So follow the ball. We've made, oh wait, let's put this in brackets then. We've got the variable. If absolute value of diff is more than 10 pixels, then y plus equals speed times sine diff. I'll try that. So that's going to be speed, and this will be +1 or -1, depending if the ball is above us. It should be -1. So we move up. That's how I think it will work. Let's see. Ooh, the movement is sloppy. Sloppy Joe. Ooh, I think it's good though, because there is definitely a way to make that movement smoother, which I will maybe need to Google. It's just a little, it's in the same line of code. But what you want to do is sort of try and catch it out as this gets faster. Yes, very good. Like that, there you go, now we can win. If it's the same, then we should slow down. So this will be whenever it's the difference, the absolute difference is less than 10. So we could say y plus equals want a ratio. Let's gonna go get closer to 0. So what does that mean? Absolute difference divided by 10 times speed times sine difference. Oops. So this will get closer to 0 as the y becomes the same, and then that means the speed also gets closer to 0, so it just slows down. Let's see if that works. Movement looks smooth AF right now. Yeah, I think that's really good. So now you can win, which is great. The next thing we want is, I think a good thing to do would be like a score, and then whenever someone wins, it creates a new ball, and then you start again. So let's do that. I'm gonna create a new object that keeps score and draws the score. We'll call it object score. In the create event, we need some variables. So player score enemy score. I guess they're both 0 at the start. Yeah, that's fine. Let's put this in the room. Then in the draw event, let's start drawing some stuff. So put it in just the bottom of the room in the middle. So the way I want it will sort of look like one like that. I think that's just how the score will look. So draw text x and y. It's gonna be, the x is room width divided by 2, and the y, we'll say that's like maybe 30 up from the bottom of the room. So room height minus 30. The string is going to be string player score. Oh no. Player score plus this bit plus string enemy score. Let's see if that draws. It does, amazing. It looks kind of funky, but we can fix it. So it's actually skewed to the right a little bit, and then obviously it's a little bit blurry, so we can fix both of those. So let's make our own font. Just call it font. It doesn't really matter which one we use. I don't really know of like a good one. Oh, that's pretty cool. Now to make it not blurry, I turn this off, and the size looked pretty good before, but let's say that looks good. Sweet, so that's done. So the font is draw set font, and then we want the alignment to be better, so draw set align. Oh wait, is that right? H line. I think it's the horizontal alignment. Let's see. What are our options? FA center. Font alignment center. Cool, so that should have fixed both of those problems. Nice, that looks really good. Pretty sure that's like right in the middle. Let's make it. Now, the score doesn't actually improve or increase or anything. Oh, and also, so yeah, we need to now make the ball increase the score. In the step events, win condition. So if x is less than, I want to just go fully off the screen. So let's say less than sprite width. No, minus sprite width. So it's the sprite width off the screen to the left. Then I want to increase the enemy score. So object score dot enemy score plus plus. I want to destroy this ball and then create a new one. Instance create layer. It doesn't really matter where I create it, because when the ball's created, like here, it all gets reset again to the middle. So I can just say my X, Y, and my layer, and object ball. And then instance destroy this one. And now do a similar thing for if it goes to the right. So if X is more than room width plus this sprite width, then the player score increases, and then you create a new ball. Let's go, let's try that. Nice, that's clean. Now I have to try and bait him to make sure his goes up, which I'm sure it will because it's the same code, but I also do kind of just want to play the game because I'm enjoying it. Even though I know exactly like how to beat him. And I guess it's not a complicated game, is it? Ooh, outplayed. Nice, that is so good. And so maybe I'll use this same code on the enemy and see what that's like for gameplay. Hope that's not too small this whole time, because I can make it bigger. Shit. Oh well, it's bigger now. Yeah, let's see what that's like. Because now the enemy pedal will actually can change the direction instead of just being like a flat wall. Oh. Wait a second. Oh. Not sure. I might need to do both of these again anyway. Let's see. I think that's right. It should bounce it up slightly. Yeah. So he's not really trying to make it difficult. But like that, if he like barely catches it, then he's gonna bounce it like in another direction. Ooh, like that. And actually gets kind of tricky.